you can do for your country.
It is the 1960s, and the stars are coming right. The decade begins in sunny optimism. The United States declares war on poverty and communism, sending 500,000 troops into Indochina, desegregates voting booths, and shoots rockets at the moon. Everyone believes that if we put our mind to it, and our backs into it, there's nothing we can't do to make the world better, for America and everyone else. This is a lie. Delta Green, an authorized but unacknowledged black program of the United States government. Its mission? To hunt and destroy the unnatural. Recently unearthed files on a lost decade of anti-mythos operations, both foreign and domestic, give insight into the last days of operations before the Joint Chiefs shut the program down in 1970. This is the fall of Delta Green.
Hello everyone and welcome. In today's review we'll be going over the fall of Delta Green. In this game, players take on the role of agents of Delta Green to battle and hopefully overcome the horrors of the mythos. Delta Green, for those who are unaware, is the secret organization created by the United States government following the raid of Innsmouth, Massachusetts, mentioned in Lovecraft's The Shadow over Innsmouth. Written by Kenneth Hite and published by Pelgrane Press, The Fall of Delta Green adapts the Delta Green RPG to the Gumshoe system and gives it a Vietnam-era backdrop. Delta Green is considered by many to be among the best RPGs ever printed, with its most recent iteration garnering 6 ENnie Awards in 2018. Does The Fall of Delta Green live up to the standards set by Arc Dream Publishing, or does it fall short? The cover provides an awesome piece of artwork and helps set the mood for the rest of the book. Flipping to the first chapter, Initial Briefing introduces us to the basic premise and mechanics of the game. Totaling at 4 pages, they aren't joking when they say brief. One of those pages is even a full piece of art. The Gumshoe system, at its core, is very simple, broken down to a single page in the entire book. A new player can quickly read this section, and with a character pre-generated by their handler, can be playing this game in about 10 minutes. As someone who doesn't like to get bogged down by rules when running or playing an RPG, I love this system. If you've played a Gumshoe game before, it's worth noting that The Fall of Delta Green offers some modifications to best tailor the setting. The next chapter explains character creation. For The Fall of Delta Green, it is stressed that players create their agents collaboratively to compensate for others' weaknesses. The chapter goes on to list the types of previous military service your agents may have, departments of government they may currently be working for, and possible bonds and motivations your agents possess. Following this, the abilities your characters may have, such as athletics, chemistry, networking, and signals intelligence, are discussed in further detail, providing examples of when you might use them in-game. This segues nicely into the preceding chapter, Rules of the Game. This section of the book goes over, well, the rules of the game, covering topics such as ability point spending, contests, combat, injury and death, stability and sanity, and concluding with refreshment and recovery. This is basically the things that your agent may do outside of Delta Green operations that may provide some mechanical benefit for your character. The next chapter, and the final chapter intended for players, Tools of the Trade, presents the means in which agents in this setting can acquire the gear or information they may need for their operations. This portion of the book also serves as a good list of practices when out in the field, concluding with advice for players from the author. The agent's half of The Fall of Delta Green serves dual purposes, and does so quite well. It introduces the players to the setting, and comprehensively explains the rules in a way that's easy to understand. The text layout and art are also great and enrich the reading experience. The rest of the text is intended for the Game Master, or, in this case, the Handler. On the Eve of Destruction lays out the story of Delta Green during the 1960s, what they are, who their allies are, who are their antagonists, as well as a chronology of main events and operations that happened throughout the decade. I won't spoil the story for you, but man is it awesome. This section of the book reads more like a novella than it does a rulebook for a game, which is definitely not a bad thing. The next chapter is dedicated to the unnatural. The meatiest section of the book, The Unnatural covers just about every aspect that fits under the term. Subjects such as tomes like the Necronomicon and the Nakonic manuscripts, rituals, the hidden world like the lost city of Kinyan, beasts like the Deep One and Shoggoth, as well as the Great Old Ones and other mythos beings. This chapter introduces a new skill, hypergeometry, or more widely known as magic. The skill is not unlike the Cthulhu Mythos skill from Call of Cthulhu. This section also introduces cults and organizations that worship various mythos beings, giving each one their own unique flavor. This is my favorite chapter of The Fall of Delta Green. The mythos is tied in beautifully with this setting, and each cult feels truly special. Even if you never intend to actually run a game of The Fall of Delta Green, the text inside of this chapter is enriching enough to read on its own merit. The last chapter, titled The Handler's Handbook, gives structured advice on how to run and create your own games and campaigns within the Fall of Delta Green setting. As a new handler, I found this section to be extremely useful, and will likely be referencing it often when looking to create my own scenarios for the setting. The book concludes with a sample scenario titled Operation Aladdin's Cave. I haven't played it myself, but it does look fun. Before I give my closing thoughts, I want to thank Pelgrane Publishing for including a cheat sheet at the end of the book. This is a great finishing touch, as you can quickly just scan or print off those 4 pages in the back of the book. If you're a newcomer to the series, The Fall of Delta Green is a great place to start your covert operations. And if you're a fan of Delta Green already, you probably already own this book. Coming in at a whopping 368 pages, this book is certainly not a quick read, but it's packed with all the information you need to play and run the game smoothly. The rules are explained concisely, making way for enriching world building. The writing is top-notch and truly a joy to become immersed in. The art and overall production value of this book are equally outstanding, and when compared to the original Delta Green, The Fall of Delta Green stands proudly next to its cousin. I can't recommend this book enough. Whether you're a new recruit or a seasoned veteran, this product is great for any Mythos fan to have in their collection. I want to hear from you though. What do you think about this product? Did you back the product on Kickstarter, or is this the first time you're hearing about it? Any veterans out there have any stories to share? Leave your thoughts down in the comments below. If you like this video, don't forget to leave it a thumbs up, and if you want to know when my videos go live, hit that subscribe button to become one of the many that are lost in time and space. Thank you as always for watching, and have a great day.